Hi and welcome back to the Polymer Clay channel. So if you're new here to my channel, my name is Gail and I do polymer clay tutorials. I do from all levels, from beginner to intermediate, and I take you through in a tutorial fashion as to how to make things. Now I do them from the start to the finish. Quite often I've never made these things before, so I'll have a look on the internet and I'll look at what I'd like to do, what I'd like to make, and make it my own, and then do a tutorial on how to make things. So if you have not been to my channel before and you are just a watcher, please subscribe. It will absolutely make my day. So today I'm going to show you how to make a fairy door. Now again, I've done loads of research on these fairy doors and I think they're absolutely cute. So I'm going to show you how to make one. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to make a start. So what I've got here is a notebook, nice plain pages, and this is what I'm going to place the fairy door design on. So I've got some scrap here. This is one that I used from one of my other videos and I've had this left over. So this is like a very light greeny sort of blue, so that's really pretty. Then I've got some of this as well. This is like a stony colour, and this is going to be the stones around the door. Then I've got some further colours here. So I've got this one here. This is leaf green, number 57. This is obviously going to be for the leaves and the vines. This one is called Magenta and it is one of the old style blocks of Fimo Classic. You'll know if you're a keen polymer clay fan that Fimo Classic has stopped being produced and it's been replaced with Fimo Professional. So Classic used to be really tough to work with, and I'm really surprised because I squished the edges of this and it's actually really soft, so I'm going to use that today. It's a really pretty colour, and this is Magenta 21. Now I've got Fimo Soft here. I am a fan of soft because I like to do things as easy as I possibly can, and a lot of my things that I make don't involve fine work, so Fimo Soft does work for me. This is Cherry Red and number 26. So I've got lots of other bits and pieces here that I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them. So for example, these are just normal seed beads, and they're going to be part of the door design, which I will show you. This is a glass bead, but it's flat on one side. I'm going to use that for the window in the little door, and these are going to go around the outside. Then I've found my favourite little locks and tiny little keys, so I am going to use these. I haven't had a project yet that I can use these, but these I absolutely love. So I'm going to be using them today because it's going to make it a lot easier rather than making them out of clay. So I'm just going to pop them on. And I have coordinating colours. So with this, I'm going to highlight with this colour. I've got my own little mix of very bright holographic glitter and some of the more aquamarine. And then I've got a fine powder as well, fine glitter in the same colour. So I've got highlighting colours here. These are by the Colour Shack. As you well know, I very much like these. This is Truffle and Antique Gold. Now with this truffle, I'm going to use that as a highlighting colour because what I want it to look like is coloured wood. So I'm going to make sure that it has dark parts in it all around the door and around the little wooden frame parts. Okay, moving on to something that I haven't shown and used before on my channel. These are pre-cooked, what they call canes. Canes are designed and made by very talented people who make designs, and then when you slice them you have a pattern on the inside. Now I'm going to put a photograph on the screen now because you will not be able to see these. These are very tiny little butterflies. So I'm going to pop a picture of these on the screen as they are, so you'll be able to see them. But basically they are already baked, they are quite flexible, and what I'm going to do is to slice these off, and this is going to become part of the design. Okay, so lastly I've got tools as always. I've got my craft knife, my dotting tools. Just to clarify, these are by Sculpting Studio. Absolutely amazing things. They've both got a rubber part on the end, and then they've got two dots for making marks. Absolutely fabulous. Wouldn't know what to do without them. Then I've got my paintbrush, and this is for the mica powders. Lastly, I'm going to use acrylic rollers today, and that's to make the clay flat that I've got here to pop on the book. So I'm going to make a start. Thanks for watching the tutorial. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So this is the part of the tutorial where I talk about what I liked, what I didn't like. So this is kind of like a show and tell part. So I started with the fairy door and then built the design as you saw as it came, really. So I didn't really have too much of a plan involved in terms of exactly how I was going to make it, but I knew the colour schemes and things like that. And then you can see obviously the little flowers, they turned out really, really good. And then obviously with mica powders and glitter, you can turn anything a different colour. So if you wanted to use scrap with this project, it would really work. So I decided not to put it on the book as well, because I made the design quite 3D. As you can see, it's going to stick out quite a lot. So it's going to be a little bit too fragile for a book. So next time I might make another fairy door that you can put on a book that's a bit flatter. But as art goes, sometimes it doesn't turn out how you want it to, but I think this has turned out really well. So this is how you make a fairy door from polymer clay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. If you're new here, my name is Gail, and I do Gail. My name is Gail. Gail. Why does Gail sound posh? Gail. I've been called Gail before. I like how Americans say it. Gail. I like Gail. That sounds like that. Gail. That's probably a terrible, terrible accent, but that's how I hear it anyway. Anyway, did I like that? I put obviously the door first, and put the door first. So this is the part where I sort of do a show and tell, and I talk to you about what I liked, what I didn't like, and I to be honest with you, it just itch your nose throughout the talking, you know, because that's really, really, really good. But what I might do next time is make something a bit more flat that you can put on a book, and then